What's this thing I hear about Harada quitting? I saw some of like I think I saw something about that like this morning, and I was like, it's almost like 9 p.m. over here, but I came home late. I want to read about that real quick. I'd like to share that I'll be leaving Bandai Namco at the end of 2025. Oh yeah, I did see that he is gonna be at TWT finals, which is great. So I'm actually gonna be able to meet Harada for the first time, but it's also gonna be my last. It's gonna be my first and last. I'd like to share that I'll be leaving Bandai Namco at the end of 2025, with the Tekken series reaching its 30th anniversary, an important milestone for a project I've devoted much of my life to. I felt this was the most fitting moment to bring one chapter to a close. My roots lie in the days when I supported small local tournaments in Japanese arcade and in the small halls of community centers overseas. I still remember carrying arcade cabinets by myself, encouraging people to play Tekken and directly facing the players right in front of me. Conversations and atmospheres we shared in those places became the core of who I am as a developer and game creator. Even as the time changed, those experiences have remained at the center of my identity. Even after the tournament scene grew much larger, many of you continued to treat me like an old friend, challenged me at venues, inviting me out for drinks at bars. Those memories are also deeply precious to me. In recent years, I experienced the loss of several close friends in my... Experienced the loss of several close friends in my personal life, and in my professional life, I witnessed the retirement or passing of many senior colleagues whom I deeply respect. Those accumulated events made me reflect on the time I have left as a creator. During that period, I sought advice from Ken Kutaragi. I have no idea who that is. Whom I respect, as though he was another father, and received invaluable encouragement and guidance. His words quietly supported me in making this decision. Over the past 4 to 5 years, I've gradually handed over all my responsibilities, as well as the stories and world building I oversaw, to the team, bringing me to the present day. Looking back, I was fortunate to work on... Over the past 4 to 5 years, I gradually handed over all my responsibilities, as well as the stories and world building I oversaw, to the team, bringing me to the present day. So, this is the reason why Tekken 8 is bad. I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding, okay? It's not... Alright, I'm sorry. It's not time for the jokes. It's not time for the jokes, okay? I'm just trying to, like, lighten the mood a little bit. Because this is kind of sad. Looking back, I was fortunate to work on an extraordinary variety of projects, VR titles such as Summer Lesson, Pokken Tournament, the Soul Calibur series, and many others, both inside and outside the company. Each project was full of new discoveries and learning, and every one of them became an irreplaceable experience for me. To everyone who has supported me, to communities around the world, around the world, and to all the colleagues who have walked alongside me for so many years, I offer my deepest gratitude. I'll share more about my next steps at a later date. Thank you very much for everything. Postscript. Although I will be leaving the company at the end of 2025, Bandai Namco has asked me to appear at the TWT finals at the end of January 2026, so I plan to attend as a guest. This really makes me wonder how season 3 is gonna be and what we actually gonna be seeing. Cause he's gonna be attending as a guest, but I'm pretty damn fucking sure, since this is gonna be his last, the crowd, including me, cause I'm gonna be in the crowd, we're gonna send him off with a standing fucking ovation. For 30 years, 30 years, man. I was 2 years old when he made fucking Tekken. Think about that. For 30 years, I kept saying I'll do it someday, and I never once performed as a DJ at a tournament event. So instead, I will be releasing For the first and last time, a 60-minute Tekken DJ style non-stop mix DJ mix. Personally edited by myself together with this announcement. People are gonna fucking listen to that shit and they're gonna break down every goddamn fucking thing. Alright, they're gonna pull fucking I'm Dante on some fucking Kendrick Lamar type of shit, you know, when he's like roasting Drake and shit. So instead, I'll be releasing for the first. Oh, I read that. My bad. Listening to it brings back many memories. Thank you again, sincerely for all these years. Tekken, a 30-year journey. Harada's final mix by Kazuhiro Harada on SoundCloud. And I think this is what Ted linked me. December 8th, 2025, the final day of Tekken's 30th anniversary, and then the Japanese version. Damn. Regarding the departure of Kazuhiro Harada, who has long led numerous projects including the Tekken series, will be leaving Bandai Namco. This comes as the Tekken series finishes celebrating its 30th anniversary, a milestone he deeply contributed to as executive director and executive producer of the franchise. Harada-san is making an appearance and meeting with the Tekken community at the Tekken World Tour 2025 Global Finals, Last Chance Qualifier, and Top 20 Finals he held in Malmö, Sweden on January. Held. I read it as which is held. Held in Malmö, Sweden on January 31st and February 1st. 2026. Regarding the future of the Tekken series, to our fans, rest assured that we are fully committed to future development and content plans for Tekken 8. Of course, y'all need that money. We continue to take community feedback on the game. No, you really don't. Well, you do take the feedback, but you don't really listen to it on the game and its content to hard to ensure that we uphold the vision and spirit built by Harada. Y'all already kind of ruined that a little bit. Dedicating our utmost efforts to ensure the I feel like Murray fucking typed this shit in. I'm kidding. Utmost efforts to ensure the legacy of the Tekken series continues as a fighting game franchise beloved by worldwide. We express our deepest gratitude to Harada-san for providing us with vision and continued success over the years. I normally don't quote tweet stuff and whatnot, but I feel like I really need to, and I'm gonna do that right here, right now. Damn, so this was Harada's vision all along. Yo, what up, Kira? What do you mean? I mean, he slowly gave away Tekken to like his co-workers and whatnot. So if you really think about it, this is Murray's vision, you know? This is kind of Murray's vision. So this is what I said. Boom, right here. I said, Tekken has been a franchise I've remembered since I was born. I literally played Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Rayman, and of course Tekken since I was able to hold a PS1 controller in my hands as a 5-6-year-old. I grew up in the arcades as well, falling in love with King and Army King. Boom. On the I can't fucking spell. I cannot spell. Whoa. Well, let me read that shit again. I said, Tekken has been a franchise I've remembered ever since I was born. I literally played Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Rayman, and of course Tekken since I was able to hold a PS1 controller in my hands as a 5-6-year-old. I grew up in the arcades as well, falling in love with King and Army King on the arcade machines such as Tekken 1 and Tekken 2. And they still remain my mains even to this day today. Seeing Harada-san pass the torch is almost like saying goodbye to a godfather in a way. I will be attending TWT Finals 2025, comma. Hopefully to say hello to Harada-san for the first time, but sadly also have to say goodbye. Thanks for everything, Harada-san, for have molded my childhood and made and my love for fighting games. Boom. I cannot read. I just hope the franchise goes in the right direction after Harada is gone. Then again, Michael Murray. So, according to Harada, he's been giving away most of his authority in the development as, like, you know, the executive producer, executive CEO and whatnot for, like, what? The past 4 or 5 years? The past 4 or 5 years. So if you really think about it, let's do the math here real quick. 4 to 5 years. Tekken 8 has only been out for like a year, right? Tekken 8 has only been out for like a year. If you really think about it. So if you go like 4 to 5 years back, we know in Tekken 7 is like where the insane power creep started happening in the game. We know Leroy became a thing as well. Lydia became a thing as well. You know what I mean? And if you really think about it, I'm not saying that's the case, but if you really think about it, it's almost like Michael Murray did, quote unquote, a lot of the work. I'm not saying he did, but there sure is like a lot of times where you would have like Harada take kind of like a step back, and every time like Murray would be like, of course, like you still have Harada there like talking about things and whatnot, right? But majority of the time it would be like Michael Murray like explaining some of these like updates and whatnot that we were getting. I'm not saying that Harada didn't have like a saying, but you could already kind of tell him slowly like taking his step back in a way. It was kind of bound to happen, but TBH at the same time, I think it was too sudden, if that makes sense. It's too sudden for us because it just comes out of nowhere. But for Harada, he already left the company 4 or 5 years ago. Think about it like that. His mindset is already like 4 or 5 years ago. It's out of nowhere for us. And I think the reason why they did that is because, could you imagine at the peak of Tekken 8 hype and whatnot, and then Harada is talking about him leaving the company before like even the game comes out? This is 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago. That means Harada, he already like was doing the things he needed to do before taking his leave, way before Tekken 8 was a thing. Did you listen to that 30-year journey mix? No, I actually want to listen to it. I dead ass want to listen to it. I just need to make my character real quick. No, man, I don't know what the future is gonna be for Tekken. I really don't know. But what I do know is that I definitely want to keep that shit alive. Like, if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, depending on how the game will actually like do, man, yeah, just imagine if the game does bad. Let's just say the game does bad after like Harada leaves. Unpacified? The fuck? Oh, because I have this shit on me. I feel for Tekken if Harada-san is retiring, but hopefully they can keep it alive and well, I mean, if you really think about it, the game has been kept alive. I don't know about well, but the game has been kept alive for the past like for. My scouts report flocks of giants fast overtaking them in the skies around the One more time. One more time. Fuck, what was I talking about? Chat, no, seriously, what the fuck was I talking about? I think I was talking about like, oh yeah, like the game has been doing well, quote unquote, if you really think about it. Because Harada already like planned on leaving like 4 or 5 years ago. So that was like back in like T7. That was back in T7 days. And T7 did really fucking good. We know T7 did good, like in terms of like sales and whatnot. But I was trying to like explain if shit, man. Like I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. But if it happens, it will be very interesting. I really wonder if people are gonna be willing to support Tekken as much as they used to. Micah Murray, this is like no offense to Micah Murray or anything like that. Micah Murray, he's an OG as well. So, you know, respect, like all jokes aside, respect to Micah Murray too. But the problem is, Harada is like the face of Tekken. Like, let's be honest, he is. And let's say it comes down to where people are not that willing to support Tekken anymore, compared to like what we used to. It leaves opportunities. And in my opinion, I think the opportunities has always been there. I just need the other fucking dev and the other code, like dev teams and whatnot and companies to lock the fuck in. I don't want to say it as in like, if Tekken ever gets like a downfall, you can have other companies like, you know, Virtua Fighter or like DOA take over as like the leading. Everybody wants DOA to come back. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. Everybody wants DOA to come back. Everybody's waiting for Virtua Fighter. Like, I've gotten to a point, chat, when people are asking me what I think about Virtua Fighter 6 or whatever, like the new Virtua Fighter project, and people are like, "So Chris, are you looking forward to the game?" At this point, it's funny. I talked to Kira about this. I talked to Kuma about this. Funny enough, like in Discord. I'm in a position where whenever it happens, it happens. That's where I'm at right now. Because we're waiting. We're all waiting. And right now, it really feels like we just have dead silence. Crickets for the Virtua Fighter development. And it could be because, like, I'm gonna give it a fair shake. It could be because they really don't want to fuck this shit up. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be so great, Virtua Fighter is back and whatnot," but we don't know what the budget is. We really do not know, like, how shit looks. For all we know, this could be their last chance to bring Virtua Fighter back. For DOA, I won't say if they would show that they are like in a new development for DOA or some shit like that. I don't think that's gonna be like the last chance for DOA. As much as people don't like the what $200 fucking plus on like, you know, costume DLCs and whatnot. And at the end of the day, man, people buy that shit. Whether y'all like it or not, people buy that shit. I feel like people need to stop holding their breath for Virtua Fighter. I don't want Sega to rush again. At the moment, I'm kind of exhausted on Virtua Fighter. I want a new game. Easier said than done, though. Easier said than done. I'm not really talking about like a new game or not. What I'm talking about specifically is, if we're gonna have a new Virtua Fighter game, I don't want them to rush it either. Nobody wants them to rush it. But also at the same time, in the same breath, people are people want to see shit. You know, that's what it comes down to. People just want to see shit. We haven't really seen that much. That's really what it just comes down to. But I'm a patient man. I think majority of the people that are always sitting there and be like, "Come on, let's get something, come on, let's go," are the people that are only playing fighting games. The people that are fully invested into fighting games. They don't do anything else besides fighting game. They make content fighting games, the live stream fighting games. The moment they get bored of a fighting game, they don't even consider playing a different game. They just don't do anything overall. They will literally disappear as content creators, and then they will come back whenever they feel like playing fighting games again. Me, on the other hand, you guys know me. My first streams that I ever did, like back in 2013 on Twitch, and even before that when I was just like doing YouTube, I was doing Crash Bandicoot, I was playing Rayman, I was playing Sparrow, I was playing fighting games, I was also playing shooters, and of course I was playing World of Warcraft. What were the first games that I ever played on my stream back in 2013? World of Warcraft, Tekken, and Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. Those were the 3 games I specifically played. Period. Done. In the weekends, I would dabble with some DOA, and then eventually DOA actually like became one of my main games. So obviously, like I did play like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and all that shit, but I didn't really stream it as much. But the more I got like involved into like fighting games and whatnot, went to tournaments and all that shit, I started to like spread my knowledge of fighting games to like other games as well. And that's when I started like playing at tournament. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the first DOA tournament that I ever went to was like DOA 2. So if you really think about like if we have to like go from like a timestamp or like the lore and shit, my first ever fighting game tournament that I ever went to was DOA. It wasn't even Tekken. It wasn't even Tekken. Playing Rogue is actually like low-key fun, unironically. Provides a moment of magic immunity, instantly removing all harmful effect. Let's put that there. Hey, yo! Hold on, I gotta crack this up. It's Anna Williams' theme. Okay, Harada going a little bit cray right now. You going a little bit ham. Hold on. I see you, Harada. Hold on. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Oh shit. It's not tuna. It's not tuna! Destroy! Yeah, we're like... God damn! Harada, the mix was going so well. It was going so damn well. And then you threw in Tekken fucking Revolution. Oh my god, bro. Oh. And I was gonna shake his... Harada, I was gonna shake your hand. If I get to meet you at TWT Finals, I was gonna shake your hand and take a picture with you. Now I might not. Now I might not. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Better not skip. Alright, you better not skip. You better let this shit drop. Let this shit drop hard as fuck.
Take damage.
I am out of range.
Range 5. Watch your step.
I know exactly where that's from. I think it's like a mix of all the songs that he found as like his favorite ones. In a way.